Hello guys, and welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today I have a new watch on the channel that's actually based out of Sao Paulo in Brazil, and I think they have a pretty cool kind of aviation-inspired watch. The brand name is XPEDA, and this is their Amelia, based off Amelia Earhart, a famous female pilot. It's a very nice looking watch. I really like the orientation of the dial, and there's something really cool that they did to the open front over at the 9 o'clock position. And just a cool little thing I saw on the tag here. So you can see, that's like a boarding passing. That's pretty cool. There's the name XPEDA, First Class 1A, Dubai to Sao Paulo. And that's pretty cool. And serial number and all that. This is just a prototype model, so obviously it won't be filled out. But the watch is actually really cool, and I think it's going to do pretty good on Kickstarter. Now, there are going to be a link down in the description below. There is going to be a link down in the description below. And also, these will be $199 for the first 50 backers. Then I believe it'll jump up a little bit. Full retail is going to be $299.99 on these watches once they are released. Let's see what I'm wearing today. So today I'm wearing my Super Avenger, quite a large watch. This is a Breitling Super Avenger. Actually, this one is actually, I believe, 300 meters water resistant, if I'm wrong. Yeah. It's a chronograph. I bought this, one of my first watches I bought, and I put a diamond bezel on it when I was younger, in my real early 20s. And just an all-around great watch. Still in great shape. But let's get back to the XPEDA. So, some basic dimensions on this model. We're looking at a 40mm solid 316L stainless steel case. The case itself is pretty much highly polished all around, and it's quite well built, I must admit. It feels like a good quality watch in the hands. No corners were cut, I should say. So you can see everything is polished very good. I don't see any issues there. Nice case shape here. I really like how it's kind of slabs down here. I like that. No sharp corners, nothing like that. Now, in terms of the actual case thickness, we're looking at about 12.5. That's with the domed crystal. You can see that peeking over right now for the nice vintage aesthetic. Now, in terms of the lug width, we have 22mm lugs. And in terms of the lug to lug distance, we have about 48mm. So it's a very good sized watch. It's a perfect size for me. My wrist is 6.5 inches. And I really like the kind of off-white grainy dial this one has if I get you in a little closer here. Now keep in mind, this bezel is stationary, and you won't be able to actually rotate it. I think it's just for looks and aesthetics. But nonetheless, it looks pretty nice. A nice gleam of that red. I think it looks pretty cool there. We do have applied 12, 3, and 6 end hour markers. We have a window over here to show the balance wheel beating away. You can see it right there. That is the Seiko NH38 automatic caliber. Very reliable movement. Most of you guys know that movement. It's also visible through a little hole in the case back. Well, I'll show you more about the movement in a couple minutes. But a very simple aesthetic based off old aviation watches. A nice off-white grainy dial. Now, there are many different variations. I believe there's a black one. There's a few other colors. So this is not the only option you can get. This is just my favorite option. Your logo is polished and applied over below the 12 o'clock position right there. Then we have automatic. Very simple. Now, one thing that they did, and now the crystal itself is actually a domed, sort of like a mineral style crystal. I believe so. But one thing that they did, they put a umbra lens, I should say, over this little hole over here. And that's basically like the same as sunglasses. So when UV hits it, it'll get darker. I think that's pretty cool. So when you're in intense sunlight, this will darken. I think that's pretty cool that they did that. I've never seen that before. So that's pretty neat. Now, the crown is pull and push, and it is signed over here, as you can see, with their logo. We do get 50 meters of water resistance, and it is stated right on the case back over here, where we can see the rotor spinning around through this hole over here. That's pretty cool. The case back is polished, very neat. Just some basic specifications. There's the name of the watch, held down by 4 screws. And as you can see here, we do get those nice quick release straps. So, and the strap itself is actually really, really nice. I found the strap to be very nice. It's 22mm. I believe this tapers down to 20. At the end, some nice white stitching. I think it looks pretty nice. And the buckle is not one of those like stock buckles. It's a proper custom buckle signed XPEDA right there. 2 keepers, and overall it fits, the color code of this watch. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, the Seiko NH38 movement inside this watch obviously does not have a date. You get self-winding, you get hacking. We have 24 joules, about a 40-hour power reserve. So you can wind the watch, so you can see it's going already. In terms of loom, on these nice pilot-style broad hands here, almost plunger or sword style with a tip at the end. But I do like the fact that the second hand does reach all the way to the end of the dial, which a lot of brands seem to not be doing, and it really makes the watch look cheap. But they got it right. They made the second hand reach all the way to the end over here, which is perfect. So very easy to operate. Crown's very easy to function, no issues, very good grip. And yeah, now here's how the watch would look on your wrist if your wrist was 6.5 inches like mine. It hugs the wrist quite nice, I must say. It fits really nice on the wrist, and it's a good fit. The lugs are rather thin, and they do come out a little bit, and they just sit nice curved on the wrist, just like that. You can see that? Yep. So yeah, it's a nice fit, not too big, not too small, definitely really legible right when you look at it. I think it looks pretty nice, and you can really see that balance wheel going off, or oscillating, over at the 9 o'clock position. The strap itself is broken in straight out of the box, although it is quite firm in terms of feel and touch, but when you put the strap on, it's basically broken in already. You see those nice red accents on the bezel. And yeah, overall, a nice fit on my wrist. So furthermore, guys, I think this watch is pretty cool. It's definitely really well built. I did notice that. I like the nice domed aesthetic. It's not too, out of the league at, $199 for an early bird. I think it's a decent price for something with a quality like this. Obviously you can find watches with the same specifications for cheaper, but this one actually has a really good quality case, build, fit, and finish. And everything functions great. The band is also really nice. And if I didn't mention, the first 50 backers will get a commemorative box as well as 2 free straps. So that's also a nice add-on there. I think it's cool, a brand based out of Brazil. I've never reviewed a brand that was based out of Brazil for some reason. Never really have. Yeah, so there's always a first for that. But other than that, I think it's a nice looking watch. Something really cool. Obviously it's different. Doesn't look like, a lot of the other divers or, styled watches out on the market, such as Submariner homages, Omega homages, and stuff like that. I think it's a pretty unique and cool looking watch. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can find more information on watchaddictchannel.com. You can find the link for this campaign. You can sign up in the description below. And you can always follow me at Watch Addict Channel on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching once again. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Any questions, leave them down below. I'm always here to answer you guys. Thanks so much again. Bye.